What's going on, LEGO Maniacs? It's Ty, the LEGO guy here. And yeah, today we're actually going back to the 2015 Pirates theme. And I have very mixed feelings about that exact theme of pirates. But the model we're taking a look at is the Soldier's Fort. That set 70412, had 234 pieces, 5 minifigs, and it only retailed for 30 US. And again, it came out in 2015. Now nowadays this set's going for 71 new or about 55 used. And guys, yeah, this is probably out of that entire wave, I have the most mixed feelings about this model itself. But yeah, we're gonna get into its pros and cons, but enough talk, let's get right into it. And to start this review off, we're actually just going to take a look at this awesome looking little rowboat. So you get like 2 paddles, and let's just give you guys a 360 view of it. It's your typical rowboat. What I really do like about it though is the printed pirate piece. I think that looks fabulous, just fantastic. The one thing I don't like about this theme is they put in stud shooters, and I am not a fan of that. Like, just don't do it. If you want to give the idea that it has a tiny little cannon, build it out of a couple bricks. Like they've done that in older pirate themes, or they'll like put a musket and then put one of those clip pieces on the back. Like I do not like that. Anyways, that's the smaller build that's included. Let's now take a look at the meat of the set. And here it is. So to start, what we're actually going to do is just give you guys a 360 view. So, as you guys can see, it's a nice looking build, guys. It's not bad. Like, it looks good. It gets the job done. I absolutely love this, the blue coats. Let's just call them the blue coats. They're basically mirrored under, like, French soldiers back in the, 1700s. But, great looking flag. I absolutely love it. However, should this be called a fort? That is the question. And in my mind, it's just too small to be considered a fort. It does combine with the Soldier's Outpost, which we'll show later, which is really, really cool. But it's just a little bit too small. But let's talk about some of its positives. Now, taking a look at this cannon. Great. Okay, this is one of the shooting cannons. So if you guys don't know how those work, these things they're amazing. Pop it in there. And you pull this back. Oh, it's going to hit the treasure chest. Let's move that over. It's gone. Like that. These are some of the best shooters I've ever seen. The modern cannon, how they make it, is just amazing. So great job on LEGO's part. The other thing I wanted to mention is it has kind of like a nice little docking area. That's why it kind of extends out a little bit. If you guys notice what's going on right over here, which is really, really cool. It looks to me like the good guys have some rum, which is interesting. And then this palm tree is actually not bad. Now I don't like it as much as the older palm trees, but I still think it gets the job done. Let's actually just zoom in on that a little bit more. And I love the fact that there's those little frogs on it. Great job on LEGO's part. You can kind of swivel it, which is interesting. Moving on through the actual fort, you'll notice they have these very nice little looking lanterns. And then there's a little feature right here. So you see, let's just flip this around. You see this? Well, if you pull, or I should say, if you pull it left or right, it actually moves the chest up or down. So right now, we're pushing forward, and then when we push backwards, pulls the chest in. So I thought that was a really cool looking little feature. Let's now take a look a little bit more at the jail. So what is cool about it, when I sigh, it's just because a fort's generally way bigger than this, and the jails were always bigger, but this still does a good job. It's not bad. So you can kind of have the pirate steal the guy out. It doesn't have the dynamite feature like the older Wild West sets. However, it's supposed to be like he can kind of pull his buddy out if he's in jail. And, it looks like a jail. Nothing too much to say about it. What I did actually like about it, and some people don't like it, the fact that the back of it's open, but I did like that for playability. Like, if you know, if you have a pirate in there, let's just say he's in there, let's take this guy's pistols away. You can, you know, kind of play with him a little bit more in there, which is cool if you're a kid. And then the middle section, nothing too much to write home about. It has a nice little pickaxe. Yeah. Nice looking little patio, if you want to call it that. And just to give you guys a little bit more idea what's going on there, there's not too much. And then on the top level, I just got mixed feelings about this. As you guys can see, we have the governor, you know, up on there, but he has this stud shooter thing again. And guys, just LEGO, throw a clip on and put a musket on there. Don't give us the stud shooter. But besides that, nice looking little top area. It's kind of like a little outpost. And I absolutely, again, love the flag. But yeah, that's the set itself. What we're now going to do is take a look at the minifigs. And guys, they got some phenomenal minifigs in this set. But before we take a look at the minifigs, you got to mention booty when it comes to pirate sets. And there's a bit of that in this set. What's cool about it is you get 3 different little diamonds. Now, they didn't have the gold chrome pieces, which I love, the gold chrome coins. But they gave you these, not bad. It's just, I would appreciate getting that. But yeah, let's now get into the minifigs. Here we have the first 2 pirate minifigs. And I have to say, I actually really like these guys. This one's actually somewhat similar to the older pirate face back from 2010. Although, they added what almost looks to be like a little scar or bruise on his face, which is actually pretty awesome. Nice looking standard pirate torso, and you know what, I do appreciate that the legs just have no printing on them at all, just because it harkens back to the older pirate theme, and they did not have leg printing. Then we have a much more looking pirate. This guy could almost, if you change his outfit, he could almost be one of the soldiers. However, the pirate with the eye patch is fantastic. I absolutely love his torso. And what's cool about his torso is you could almost throw that on a castle minifig, and no one would really bat an eye at it. Although he does have, you know, the normal blue and red stripes going across, or blue and brown, I should say, across his torso. But then flipping him around, just nice looking minifigs. Nothing too much to say about them. They don't have any back face printing. Although I've been wrong up. No, there is no back face printing. But all in all, I just think they really capture the pirate feel. What I really like about these figs is they look detailed. However, they still look simplistic enough to be considered or look good with the older pirate sets, I should say. Anyways, those are the 2 pirates. Let's now move on to the 3 good guys. And here we have the 3 defenders of the fort. But still, nice looking minifigs. I actually quite like all of these guys. So they have, on the far left, as you guys can see, just the standard you know, blue coat soldier. Nice looking. I love the fact that he has printing on the top of his hat. He has kind of like a confident little smirk. And then in the middle, we have the governor. Very nice looking hat printing. I absolutely love that. Nice torso printing. I also love the fact that they've changed the blue soldiers to having like white shoulder pads instead of like blue, which they used to do. I think it just looks better. And then I love the gold shoulder pad. And then on the far right, we have the governor's daughter. Nice looking minifig. She does have leg printing. However, I do feel that that is appropriate. I think it kind of looks good. She obviously has quite a fancy looking get up. And then in the back, let's just take a look at the back torsos of the minifigs. Take off her hair. A lot going on with these back torsos. Yeah, there's no back face printing. However, I just really like the governor's. He just looks so fancy, and she kind of looks similar to him. They obviously are a wealthy family, and that's actually just take a look at the back of the just the normal soldier's torso. And here we have him without his backpack. So nice looking, nothing too crazy. I just think it really captures the way a blue coat should look. And then, you know, it's not nearly as fancy as, you know, the governor and the governor's daughter. Those are obviously far more detailed. I shouldn't say more detailed, just you can tell that they're a little bit more wealthy. Anyways, those are the minifigs. What we're going to actually do now is combine the soldier's fort and the soldier's outpost and take a look at what that looks like. And here we have the two models, the Soldier's Outpost and the Soldier's Fort. So this is really awesome. How you can kind of combine these two is you see these little, it's really simple. There's a little clip right here, and then there's one of those basically smaller pole pieces. Well, bang. Now it is a larger fort. Now, I don't think that this still should be called a fort, but it is more respectable when you put those two sets together. And I just think it's an awesome little thing that LEGO tends to do a lot with other themes like pirates. But I'm hoping they even do it a bit with city, but I'm hoping they do it more. I just think it's such an awesome concept, and look how good that looks. That looks really, really good. This is one of those sets too. I could see someone buying like, I don't know, 2 of the soldier outposts and 2 of the forts. Yeah, just to like really like, imagine if you had double that, then it would extend all the way out to here, which I actually am regretting not doing that now. But anyways, those are the 2 sets combined. I just wanted to show that. I just think it's really, really cool, and I hope LEGO does it more often. Well guys, that was my review. Do hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, this set, it had great value for 30 bucks, okay? But my main issue with it, like we've talked about, is the name should be changed. It should not be considered a soldier's fort. A soldier's fort is generally a formidable set that was $50, or most of the time with pirate themes even more. Like the fort was a big set, and this just deviates too much from it. I mean, yes, you can add the 70410, to it, which would technically make it a $50 set. However, I just still feel it's still too small even with that inclusion. If they had that combined and it was one set, it would make it a little more palatable. However, I just think that this fort is just, it's too dinky. That's the word we're going to use. It's just too dinky. It doesn't feel formidable and strong like a fort should. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that. Any areas you think they could maybe improve on this model if you possibly own it. I think it's a good model, good value for 30 bucks. It just should not be called the Soldier's Fort. But anyways, that's all I got for today. But if you like this video, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future pirate reviews we do on this channel. I absolutely love pirates, and yeah, we do a lot of them. But yeah, that's all I got for you again. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.